So, guys, my heart bleeds for Prince Harry. It really, really bleeds for Prince Harry because he has been denied police protection yet again when he is visiting the UK, and that sucks. It must suck knowing that no matter what you do to fight for what is rightfully yours, they're just people who are out there to sabotage it. And we know who these people are, and it's such a shame. It's so disgusting. And I've seen so many people on the internet saying, yes, Harry, this should be your sign. Do not go to the UK. These people don't care. They don't want to meet you. Because right now, it makes it look, people believe it was all PR, where Charles seems to be like, you know what, he cares and everything, and then Harry is the bad one. It's so sickening. So people like Harry, do not go. Here's one thing. This is my opinion. Take it with a pinch of salt, okay? I know Harry is very smart. Because right now he is vacationing. They're both on vacation in Europe. Somewhere in Europe. Yeah, that's what we know. And then there's no change that now that he is not getting police protection, that he's not going to the UK. I know Harry is very smart, and I believe he knows something that we do not know. And of course, at the end of the day, he always pays for his security. That man does not play when it comes to his wife and his kids' protection. So whether they give him police protection or not, I know he's got this one. I know if they're still going, which I am very, very confident they're going. Yeah, he's definitely, I'm sure he has very security arrangements out there. And it's so disgusting to see that he is being punished. This is obvious that he is being punished just because he spoke his truth, and they're punishing him. Because what do you mean you have someone, other celebrities getting police protection like Taylor Swift, and they cannot even give then the fifth in line security, and and his kids. The king can intervene and literally give him that, but he just does not care about his grandkids, his biracial grandkids. It's obvious. William, of course, does not want the Sussexes in the UK. He's made that very clear. He has no intention, So we know he's also playing a huge role into this. It's clear this is a sabotage. There's no way to go about it. It's obvious. It's clear as day and night. And it just sucks. Now, let me introduce you to Chris Ship. You guys are very familiar with Chris Ship. This man is a very, very corny man. He is very corny. But right now, he's batting heads with some royal experts or royal journalists, and it's very interesting. I am not a huge fan of Chris Ship, but I agree with him on this particular thing that has sent the Rangers in a total meltdown. Because here's what Chris Ship said, right? Whatever your view of Harry and Meghan and their decision to leave the royal family, it seems bizarre that King Charles' son and grandchildren, who are 5th, 6th, 7th in line to the British throne, get zero public security. But Taylor Swift does when she is in the UK. I know, like that alone has given him about 770,000 views. I think by now it's almost 1 million. And people, even who cannot stand him, are like, well, I mean, sometimes you're a reasonable man. We don't like you, but you've made a point. Like, it's clear as day and night what is going on. And of course, there are people who are not happy with Chris Ship saying that. That one person is Richard Eden, aka Maureen. And this is what this disgusting clown said. This is a bizarre thing for an intelligent, knowledgeable reporter to say. Taylor Swift does not receive automatic police protection. Neither do Princess Anne nor Prince Edward. For example, when they are not carrying out royal engagements. Why should Harry and Meghan? That is pathetic. Ship fires back and says, surely a risk assessment of the actual threat against the Sussexes in the UK would resolve the issue. Richard Eden adds, it's back and forth. Harry and Meghan are the ones who have been whipping up hype about the visit. For example, their spokesman gave a long briefing note last Friday to favored reporters, not me. You see how he is so bitter? That he's not the one who got to... And Harry and Meghan's spokesperson responded after this was leaked by the leftovers. What do these people not understand? And of course, you had pathetic Dan Wootton jump in and says, Chris Ship is a propagandist for Harry and Meghan, not an impartial reporter, as this post proves. You see how they're so bitter? Still have bitter. I also liked Tim Walker, who also said, if Harry had been a pop star like Taylor Swift, the government would have fixed it for him to have a proper police escort with blue flashing lights funded by adoring taxpayers. This is a man who is a vet. He has fought for your country, and this is how they choose. this is how they choose to thank him. This is how they choose to, treat him. They would rather treat a pop star better than a vet, man who's fought for his country. It's so disgusting, it's so pathetic. And I love even these people I do not stand are making sense of the fact that, well, he deserves security. And they are trying so hard to sabotage his visit, but I know it's not going to work. How many times have they tried and it always backfires? Now, there's also someone who made a point, and it's Blue, and said, you had the Daily Express say, Pippa Middleton and her husband have been granted permission for extra security at her Buckinghamshire home. So Blue responds, I'm confused. Harry, Meghan, and their children can't have security, but someone like Pippa Middleton does, and no one is complaining about it. Leave alone Pippa and this Andrew. The one and only disgusting pedophile Andrew is still getting security. But Harry, this is why my heart bleeds for Harry. This is why I just get so pissed off. It's like, what do these people want? So guys, let me just show you how the internet is reacting to this entire thing, okay? Katerina says, sometimes you write something reasonable, Chris. Ship, congratulations on your progress. Harry, this has been a PR stunt all along to make the king look as though he cares, then turn it around on Harry and Meghan. You've had the man-child heir and his Yorkshire wife whining all week to the tabloids. Lo and behold, who does Kate walk out with yesterday? You could write the script. But Thong, it's just vindictive and petty. This just makes the royal family look vengeful, especially considering that pedophile Andrew gets security. All of this because y'all don't like who Harry married. The way Harry and Meghan have been treated has completely changed my view of the UK. And I'm just so glad that the world gets to witness this. They get to see how petty and vindictive the royal family is. Meg says, this matter raises serious concerns over the Invictus Games in Birmingham next year. You need to get confirmation that there will be adequate security that will not be pulled at the last minute. The games should be moved to more reliable location. Heathcliff, an unpopular view perhaps, but I see no reason why Prince Harry and his family should get police protection when in UK. He's still being punished by a family and an institution that have failed him at every turn. And then Meg says, just praying this will motivate Harry into publishing Spare 2, followed by Meghan's story. They will be doing a great service. And obviously, the Macbeth don't want the family there. If it's true they are already in Europe, they should still go. There are multiple airports they can fly into. I'm assuming they travel. Also, ACOM is organized. Yet, Willie's jealousy for his younger brother is tormenting him. He's a clear and present danger to Prince Harry and his family. OG, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. My heart aches for Harry, but he has to know just how evil his family are. I will never trust any of them where his family is concerned. Remember South Africa and Archie? Leopards don't change their sport. God knows best. Cara, the usual salty suspects were big mad that House of Sussex and their beloved children were coming to the salty island. They leftovers knew that with Harry and Meghan showing the Brits what is truly missing from the farm was or is a threat to them. They'd have to work. Chinwe yawn, if the UK government is so fickle, then it's them problem. They just confirmed what we've known all along. They are racist. And then Henry says, if you take just a functional or practical look at public security in the UK, it makes no sense that it will not be extended to Harry and his family. It is bizarre and it reeks of punishment. In my opinion, everyone knows it was to punish them. You see where William gets his pettiness from. Chip off the old blockhead. I just don't get how Charles has any leg to stand on considering that what he wrote about his parents. I'm sure they weren't happy but didn't retaliate. And also people need to stop acting like it's only William. If the king wants security for him and his family, they will have it. He's the one who has the last word, just like the Queen did in June 2026. Charles doesn't want Meghan and her kids there. Tasha, it's sad to see Prince Harry in this situation. The jealousy from his father and brother is beyond sinister. And I agree. So guys, that is the story. Let me know what you think about this. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.